What is up, guys? Peach here, back again with another Destiny video. It's Wednesday, which means it's Arms Day, so let's hop right into what Banshee has for us today. Starting off with the Suros PDX-45. I'm really excited for this weapon because this weapon is pretty much the exact same as the Hawksaw, but we can get some awesome rolls with this, so let's go ahead and see what we've got. So first off, we've got this one with appended magazine, which increases our magazine size at the reduction of reload. We've got high caliber rounds, hidden hand, speed reload, and reinforced barrel for some range with a reduction of stability. Honestly, not the one I would go with. We're always looking for more stability on this thing. The range, yeah, that's nice, but we don't want to lose our stability, especially on a pulse rifle with this quick of a fire rate. So then, we've got this one with perfect balance. We got feather mag, again, I wouldn't use that. We got full auto, speed reload, and rifled barrel. So rifled barrel gives us more range, reduction of reload, that I can get behind. But we've also got perfect balance and full auto. I kind of like that a lot. However, there's also still another good one here. We've got this one with hammer forged for more range, or you can do appended magazine, but again, I would definitely go with hammer forged. We've got hidden hand again, and injection mold for that stability. We're getting the reduction of range, but with hammer forged and the improved range, you're actually still getting a little bit more overall after it's all said and done. So this is actually a tough decision in my opinion. You could go with either one of these two. The full auto would be nice. It's also got the perfect balance and the rifle barrel, so you get a lot more range without losing it, unlike the other one. Honestly, you could go either way. Hidden hand will help you hit some headshots that you might not have hit otherwise. I think I'm going to go with the full auto one though. And then we've got the Suros JLB-42 rocket launcher. Usually I say wait for grenades and horseshoes on this one. However, there's one with tracking, which is also really nice. At the same time too, this weapon's coming back this week, or you can also buy this one again this week to pick up next week. So if you're wanting one, if you need a rocket with tracking, I'd go ahead and say pick this one up, especially since we can buy it again. So the other two, we've got reactive reload on this one, and then we've got vacuum on the other one. Vacuum increasing the pickup radius of all of ammo drops for this weapon. So the other two are just average. This one has tracking, so if you're looking for one with tracking, I'd say pick this one up, or you can just hold on to it for grenades and horseshoes, but remember you can also buy this one again. So we're going to switch over to my Titan real fast for the rest of the 3 guns this week. Alright guys, so we are back on my Titan, so let's go ahead and see what the rest of the weapons are from Banshee this week. So starting off with the Suros ARI-41, we've got high caliber rounds, appended magazine, which decreases our reload and increases our magazine size, even though it says it decreases it. We've got speed reload, rifled barrel for more range, and finally partial refund. So this roll's kind of meh. No stability buffs, which is always what I look for. We do have this range increase, which is kind of nice, but not the one I'm looking for. So our second one here, we've got perfect balance or feather mag. Again, I would choose perfect balance any day over feather mag. We've got snapshot or injection mold, and then finally we have rangefinder. The only thing I'm a little bit worried about is injection mold, which reduces our range by over half. So we have very small amounts of range. However, with rangefinder, we will be increasing our effective range. Honestly though, you could probably get away with using perfect balance, snapshot, and rangefinder and not injection mold. It would have to be one of those things you just have to try out and see which way you prefer it better, because with perfect balance you almost have max stability. With injection mold you would have max stability, you just lose a lot of your range. So it's one of those things you'd have to play with to see which way you really like it. And then finally, our third one, we've got fitted stock for increased stability, we've got reinforced barrel for more range, or snapshot. You also had appended magazine in the first tree, again not the one I would choose over fitted stock, and then partial refund. So honestly, if I had to choose one, I'd say this middle one's the best. This third one's also not bad, but this middle one's definitely the one I would go with. Moving on to the Suros PDX-45, we can see already that there's 2 with counterbalance, so this is exciting. So let's go ahead and see what the actual stats are. So for this first one, we've got high caliber rounds and feather mag. Feather mag, not bad, but it's not the best either. I would go with high caliber rounds. We got snapshot or small bore increasing our range and stability by a little bit, also reducing our magazine size and reducing the reload speed, unfortunately. And then finally we have counterbalance. So small bore plus counterbalance, not bad. Counterbalance basically makes it so that the side-to-side recoil is reduced, so really you only have up and down, which is nice on a weapon, especially an auto rifle. So moving on to the second one, we've got perfect balance on this one, or appended magazine, and we've got single point sling or injection mold to increase our stability with a little bit of reduction of range, and finally spray and play. So this one's also not bad, honestly, but let's see what the third one is, just to compare all 3. So we've got fitted stock, which increases our stability, or you got feather mag. We've got single point sling or reinforced barrel to give us some more range with the reduction of stability, or we've got counterbalance. So honestly guys, all 3 of these are pretty decent. None of them are standout compared to the rest, so you can really go with whichever one you choose. Just look at the perks, see which ones you like better. This one has snapshot, small bore, counterbalance, so it's gonna have a little bit more stability and range than this one. This one does have fitted stock, reinforced barrel, counterbalance. It's really up to you which one you choose. They're all pretty decent this week. And finally, we've got the Lyumilla D. So let's go ahead and look at this. On this one, we've got surrounded. This weapon gains bonus damage when 3 or more enemies are in close proximity, unflinching, snapshot, speed reload, and finally reinforced barrel, which gives more range with reduction of stability. On the second one here, we've got danger close. This weapon gains increased reload and handling when 2 or more enemies are in close proximity. We've got rodeo, which reduces the severity of this weapon's recoil. High caliber rounds, speed reload, and reinforced barrel again. And then finally on the third one, we've got crowd control, unflinching, snapshot, speed reload, and reinforced barrel. So honestly guys, if I had to choose, I'd probably go with the one with rodeo, just because I like the reduced recoil on all my weapons. As I've said this multiple times, the more stability I can get, the happier I am. So this is the one I would choose. However, in my honest opinion, these are all kind of average this week. There's no standout role. So if you want to keep it around, if you really like the Lyumilla D, you can. I'm still not the biggest fan of the hacky pulse rifles though. So let's move on to our field test weapons this week. We've got the Amalon fusion rifle to use against Vex Minotaurs. We've got another fusion rifle to use in the Crucible, which is a lot of fun to do, by the way. We've got a hand cannon to make precision shots with. We've got a pulse rifle to make precision shots with. And finally, we've got a shotgun to score Crucible kills with. So 2 Crucible weapons. The rest are Vanguard related, or you can do them anywhere really. So it's not too bad this week. And honestly, using this fusion rifle in the Crucible is going to be a lot of fun. You're going to have to take some time getting used to how fusion rifles work, but it is fun. And then moving on to our foundry orders for this week. First off, we've got the Hacky Arminius D. This is a weapon a lot of people look forward to every week, especially if you do not have a Doctrine yet. This is the weapon you want to pick up. It's got the same bullet hose archetype, which did not really get impacted by the April update, honestly. A little bit longer of a time to kill, but not by much. And then, moving on to our second weapon this week, we've got the Suros PDX-45 again. This auto rifle is pretty good. It's got a 77 fire rate to a 28 impact. I mean, you saw us look at it earlier. It's this one right here. So, again, if you like that weapon, go ahead and pick it up. It's pretty fun, especially with the right rolls. We had some pretty good rolls this week, though. And then we've got the Suros JLB-42 and 47 this week. Both of these are the Suros rocket launchers, which are good, especially if you get grenades and horseshoes. So I would definitely pick both of those up and just kind of wait for that. Or tracking. We had tracking this week. Both are good. And then finally, we got the Hacky Jinyu Kogo D shotgun, which has a 23 rate of fire to a 50 impact. It doesn't have the best range though. So it's more of a PvE shotgun in my opinion. However, you could use it in PvP still. You can use it anywhere you want to. Not the best shotgun in my opinion, but go ahead and pick it up. You never know what it might roll with. And I'm also not the biggest fan of shotguns, so I'm kind of biased on that. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed this Arms Day video. Let me know what you guys picked up from Banshee this morning, and I'll talk to you all next time. Peach out.